Good day, YouTube. It's Monday, snow day, as you can tell. The base was closed, the city was closed. It's a nice day, an extra day on my weekend to kind of just stay at home and work on things that I need to do. Hopefully you can hear me. And today's video is something about when you hear or when you receive bad news. I got a phone call yesterday from my stepmother saying she wanted me to call my dad because his kidneys are not doing well. I don't know if they're failing, but she thought it was important for me to contact my dad, to call him and speak to him. And she said, most likely your dad's not going to tell you anything. So when I called him today just to see how he was doing, we talked for a few minutes and he sounded good, which is good. But he didn't tell me anything about what's going on. And she didn't want me to bring it up, so I didn't. And how does this relate to you when you receive news that is not good? You know, we all have news that we'll get once in a while, sometimes unexpected. And how do we deal with it? Well, in my case, think about that for a moment for yourself. Think about yourself. How do you deal with that? But for me, what I did is I realized if something goes really bad with my dad and I ended up losing him, my dad never raised me, but I still love my father, and we had a really good relationship even up to today. We have a really good relationship. And I know that during our time, we did the most out of our situation. I learned a lot from my dad. I learned what to do, and more importantly, I learned what not to do. And I found my peace in my relationship with my father maybe 5 years ago. And that's not too long ago, but 5 years ago I realized, you know what, I have to find my peace with my relationship with my father. And I did. And I saw my father just a year ago and we had dinner in Palm Springs. But I also had a special moment with my father when my mom passed away in 2017. I spent 15 days in Los Angeles taking care of my mom's estate, and my father was the one that took me to the airport when I was coming back here, home. I had a very good conversation with him, and we are in a good position, my father and I. I hope that he can recover. I hope that he has a lot of years left. Now, for yourself, how do you deal with it? Because my wife and I had a conversation randomly just 2 days ago, and she said that she hopes we are prepared for whatever life brings us, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and I'm on board as well. That's like I say, I treasure every single moment with my family here in Colorado or my family in California, and that's the way it should be. I wasn't always like that. Sometimes in the past I had hurt or pain, and I was able to just get closure and deal with it and enjoy the moment. Of course, I didn't think like this 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but as we grow, what I have done is I've reflected and I've looked back and I said, you know what? Make the most out of my situation with my family, with my friends, with the loved ones. And I constantly learn to adapt and just to make it a good day every single day as much as possible. And that doesn't mean that I always have a good day, because like you, I'm human and we're going to have experiences that are painful. I lost my mom 2.5 years ago, and I still think about her often, and I think about the relationship that we had. I'm the person that I am because of my mom. When you get tough news, bad news, how do you deal with it? Hopefully you have a support system with you, a family member or a friend who can help you get through the obstacle of your challenge, because life is a precious thing and life will have challenges. Think about that for a moment.